Overnight, Israeli Defense Forces pounding Hamas terror targets in Gaza as they mobilize for a massive ground invasion.
Our next guest, a New Yorker, has been visiting the massacred communities in Israel and talking to victims and touring the devastation.
Former New York Democrat Assemblyman Dov Hikind is founder of Americans Against Anti-Semitism, and he joins us live from Jerusalem for a first-hand look. Dov, thank you very much for being here. Tell us what you're seeing on the ground.
Well, the things that I saw in the South, places like Kfar Aza, other places, the brutality, the barbarism, going from house to house and being told what happened in those houses, young women raped in front of their parents, the parents, their hands tied behind their back, the kind of horrors that are beyond comprehension. The full story has not even been told. It is so horrible. It is so devastating. As I walked in many of these homes, I had to avoid the dry blood on the floor. I smelled the death. It's still with me days later. I mean, I thank God that I was here to actually see what was going on. And to think that there are people in our country, in our great country in America, demonstrating in support of this ISIS organization, this Nazi organization called Hamas, is beyond comprehension. This kind of brutality that went on, oh my God, it's hard to believe that humans could behave this way. It is ultimate evil. That's exactly what it is.
Dov, you used to be a Democrat. Some of our viewers may not know that. What has happened to the party, to the Democrat Party?
I mean, it's become radicalized. I mean, you have members of the Democratic Party who are supporting Hamas. You have Taliban. You have a caucus in the United States Congress. We'll call it the Hamas caucus. And they have not spoken out about these horrors. And you have the leader of the Democratic Party in the House, Hakeem Jeffries. I did a little homework. He hasn't said one single word about Democratic members in his caucus who are supporting this ISIS organization. Where is Hakeem Jeffries? He supports Israel. What about speaking out about the horror within his own caucus? Why is he silent?
Dov, we look at these protests. A lot of these are in different places in this country, in our country. A lot of these are young college kids. A lot of them are, probably middle-class white kids. What is it that allows them to see what happened in Israel and chant things like "from the river to the sea," kind of paint over the true horror of it for this decolonization or anti-Israel, anti-U.S. notion? What is romantic about that? What enchants these kids in that way?
It used to be that we would say that uneducated people believe certain things because they're uneducated. It's just the opposite now. The more you are educated, the more you go to elite universities, the more dangerous you are. It is really beyond comprehension. I don't know what's wrong with these individuals. I mean, I wish to God some of them were besides me when I was in Kfar Aza, when I walked into places where 30 children burned to death, where women's legs were broken, where a woman who was pregnant was cut up and her baby removed. I mean, believe me, whatever I'm saying to you, it is much worse. And you have people, students, demonstrating in support of Hamas. What a freaking sick, sick world. But the good news is that 75% of the American people get it. Yeah. 75% in the latest poll, they understand that you do not support ISIS. You do not support this Nazi organization called Hamas.
Well, Dov, thank you very much for bringing your perspective to our audience this morning, going there firsthand, sharing what you've seen, and describing it so aptly. Dov Hikind, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
God bless.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.